What's going on, traders? In this video, we're going to go over whether or not I believe this is the market correction, crash, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're going to go over. So before we start, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get into the video. So I want to take an interesting approach here, right? I want to go over MSTR because I mentioned this before in I think the previous video or a few videos ago. I didn't get too deep into it, but I did let you guys know that MSTR was concerning me. And the reason why I say that is because when you're looking at the weekly time frame, you have this symmetrical triangle here. And when you're talking about the projected measure move for the symmetrical triangle, you're talking about a move all the way towards 250. Now that sounds bad, right? That sounds absolutely terrible when you are correlating that with Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you want to look at, right? Crypto in general, it sounds bad when you're talking about MSTR heading towards 250. But here's the bright side of things, and this is where I think things get interesting. If we do, okay, keyword is if MSTR sees a move towards 250, and we'll talk about Bitcoin after this, I think that's the bottom. I think that's the short-term bottom. Reason being is that when you look at 250, right, and we don't necessarily have to head towards this target, but if we do, all right, let's just entertain the projected move for this symmetrical triangle. If we do, and you zoom in here, you see that there are a lot of bullish wicks down here at 250, a lot of bullish candles down here. Just plain and simple, there's a lot of bulls in this area here, right? You got a bullish candle here, bullish candle here, bullish candle here. And even with these bearish candles, you see bulls have stepped in multiple times. I think, all right, I could be wrong. I think that if this happens, this is going to signal a bottom for the overall market. Now, we can all agree that Bitcoin is somewhat of a leading indicator. It can be a leading indicator or it can be a lagging indicator when it comes to the overall market. So when we're looking at Bitcoin, and I had to guess where 250 would take Bitcoin when it comes to MSTR, I would imagine that it can take Bitcoin to about 105K. Now, before we jump the gun, before we go crazy here, when you are looking at the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, one key level that you want to see hold here is about 111K, 110K. We'll just say 110K because that's our psych level, right? But if MSTR just so happens to head towards 250, let's say we gap down Monday, which I'm kind of leaning towards. Let's say we gap down Monday, right? I personally think that worst case scenario when it comes to Bitcoin in general, actually this is the wrong BTC. Let me go to the right one because I didn't chart this one. Well, I did, but it doesn't matter. All right, so when we look at the right chart, the one that I actually plotted on, we are at a very pivotal level here at around 109K when it comes to Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, this is right. Okay, because I was getting confused on the last one. So when we go to the weekly time frame on Bitcoin here, right, as you guys can see, we zoom out, we're trading in this, rising wedge pattern, and right now we're against support at around 109K. We give up 109K, we're heading towards 107K. Lowest I'm looking at is about 104K. So if MSTR just so happens to head towards 250, it doesn't have to, right? Maybe we get news over the weekend and Bitcoin just heads back to the moon, right? But if MSTR heads to 250, that would obviously drag Bitcoin, in my personal opinion, it would drag Bitcoin to about the low 100Ks, around 103K, 100K. And as you guys can see, there are bulls here. There's a lot of structure in this area. There's a lot of bullish wicks in this area. So I imagine that if that's the case, this is where bulls are going to step in at around 105K, between 105K and 103K. Another scenario is that we just simply bounce from here. Now, I would be a little concerned if we just bounce from here and we don't fulfill that movement on MSTR, that projected move of 250 on MSTR. I would be a little concerned, but ultimately, short term, that would be a good sign for bulls, right? We bounce from here and then we head back towards previous highs, if not all-time highs when it comes to Bitcoin, right? So, there's a lot of shakiness right now. I will say that much. So best thing you want to do is wait for confirmation on Monday, see what the market does. Me, I'm leaning towards maybe a gap down, and then we start to recover from there. So in conclusion, when it comes to crypto, I think this is a buy to dip opportunity. All right, whether we immediately bounce from here, whether we head towards that low 103, 100K, I believe this is going to be a buy to dip opportunity. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. And so when we look at the NQ, let's look at the futures market first, and then we'll get into SPY and triple Qs. When we look at NQ and we look at where it is, like I've been saying to you guys, right? I've been saying this in multiple videos. At some point in time, we will need to retest the 21 MA. The further you get away from it, the more violent the drop will be towards the 21 MA. Not only did we head back towards the 21 MA when it comes to NQ, indices, futures, whatever you want to call it. Not only did we do that, we broke below it, right? So my best guess here is that we're heading towards 24K. And I said this in the Discord that I believe that when it comes to NQ, ES, I think NQ is going to head towards 24K, and then we're going to see bulls step in there. And then ES is going to head towards 6,500, and then we're going to see bulls step in there. Between 6,500, 6,480, we'll look at ES in a bit. So that's what I'm leaning towards when it comes to NQ. So I do believe that this is a dip buying opportunity. I don't think this is the market crash, correction, whatever you want to call it. I believe that this is a dip buying opportunity. When we look at the ES, it's pretty much the same thing, right? 6,500 is my target when it comes to the ES, and then I do believe bulls are going to step in there, right? So when we're talking about 6,500, you're pretty much talking about pretty close to the 100 MA, and I do believe that, again, bulls are going to step in there, and then we're heading back towards previous highs, if not all-time highs. So I do believe that this is a dip buying opportunity. I don't think the market is crashing into earnings season, especially when we don't have information on earnings season yet, or big tech earnings, or how big tech earnings is going to do. I don't think this is a crash or anything like that. You're going to see thumbnails like that all across the board. Me personally, I don't think we're there yet. I'm still sticking by what I said before multiple times. I believe that if anything, we're going to see ES head towards 7,200 and NQ head towards 30K. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All right. And so when we look at the SPY and we correlate everything with the SPY and the triple Qs here, you look at the weekly time frame for the SPY, like I said, I'm leaning towards maybe a possible gap down heading into Monday. Maybe we head towards 642, 644 range, right at the top of this trend. We talked about this trend multiple times before. If you remember, you have multiple rejections here, rejection here, rejection here, rejection here, and then you mounted here, and then you broke towards the upside. And so I do believe that we're heading back towards the top of this trend here. And once we hit the top of this trend, that is going to be our dip buying opportunity, and then we're going to head back towards previous, if not all-time highs all over again. Okay, now worst case scenario, right? Let's say I'm wrong, right? Because I could be absolutely wrong. That's fine. I don't really care. If I'm wrong here and we do continue towards the downside, and let's say this is the market correction, crash, whatever you want to call it, what I'm looking for here is a break below this trend line here. Not only a break below it, but a break below the 100 MA. Break, retest, and then break further down. That's what I'm looking for here. Okay, that is exactly what I'm looking for here. My computer is mad slow today. I think it's updating, so I do apologize about that. But regardless, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, if we're talking about a bearish scenario, if we're talking about a crash, correction, whatever, I'm looking for this trend to get broken down right below about, let's say, 634, 633. We break below that, retest, and then we head further down. Okay, and then chances are we're heading towards these gap fills. All right, but for now, I imagine that we're just going to simply retest. If we do gap down Monday, I imagine we're just simply going to retest 644, 640, somewhere around that range, and then we bounce back towards the upside. That's what I'm looking at. So when it comes to the triple Qs, pretty much the same thing. All right, you're pretty much heading towards this key level here of 580 when it comes to the triple Qs. Actually, it was 584. We did see 584 get hit after hours, and then I do believe we got some type of bounce after hours, but we take after hours with a grain of salt. But if we do just happen to head lower, I do imagine that we're just going to simply see a move towards 567, 568 for the triple Qs, and then we bounce back towards the upside. If we do bounce back towards the upside, one thing you do want to see, because this is a pivotal area here, or a very tight range, I should say, if we do head lower, and let's say we do bounce from here, what you want to see is a bounce, break, retest of that 584 level, 585 psych level, and then you're heading back towards the upside. Previous highs, all-time highs. Boom, we're good to go. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for the overall market. If anything, I'm excited, right? I'm excited because even if we do get a correction, dip buying opportunities, all right? These are going to be buying opportunities that we've been waiting for. Like I said before in multiple videos, I would love to see NVIDIA at 150. That would be beautiful. That would be great. NVIDIA is below 184. 182 is your next key level. I would love to see Amazon at 180. That would be beautiful. That would be great. Me personally, I do think 210 is a good buying opportunity as well, but I would love Amazon at around 180. That's what I would love to see. 180, 190, somewhere around that range. All right, that's a beautiful buying opportunity as well. So, again, in conclusion, guys, I don't believe this is the correction. I don't believe we're crashing or anything like that. I simply believe this is a dip buying opportunity. Like I said in the Discord, I said this Friday, I said I wouldn't be surprised if we see a sell-off heading into close. Friday, simply to get ready for earnings season. Did I expect us to drop that much? No, I did not. I did not expect us to drop as much as we did, but we did, right? And so I can even show you guys here. So these were some trade ideas I was typing out, but then I just decided, nah, the market ended up tanking. Yeah, so I said this, I said this yesterday. I said with earnings season kicking off next week, don't be surprised to see profit taking prior to close. See green, take green, and I mean, yeah, that's exactly what happened. We ended up seeing a massive drop in the market, and yeah, so it makes sense. It makes sense. We have earnings season coming up, so it makes sense that we saw some type of sell-off. We saw some type of random news come out the sky in order to, pretty much get this sell-off going. But I believe this is a dip buying opportunity heading into earnings season. I think, investors want to get a piece of the big tech earnings pie, and that's exactly what's happening. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. I will make another video tomorrow because I have requests of going over semiconductors and all that fun stuff, so I would definitely be doing that heading into tomorrow, or not heading into tomorrow. I would do that tomorrow. So yeah, if you guys want me to go over anything else, let me know in the comments below. And until the next video, traders, have a good one.